Hello and welcome to Subwatch TV. Today on Subwatch TV, we are looking at 2016 BEC. So I want us to just get straight into it. Now, before we start, I'll urge you to subscribe to the channel if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, and also click on the bell icon, and also share for someone to also learn, because we are taking all the BEC questions from 2010. Now let's get straight into it. Now, question one says that. Question 1 says that in an examination, 50 candidates sat for either maths or English, and they said 60% passed in maths and 48 passed in English. If each candidate passed at least one of the subjects, how many candidates passed in maths and how many candidates passed in English? After that, we have to illustrate the information on the Venn diagram, and also the C says using the Venn diagram, find the number of students who pass both subjects and also pass in maths only. Now, this question is so clear that we were not given the exact figure for those who passed in maths and that of those who passed in English. So we have to find that one first. Okay. So now, let's take it from here. We were not given those who passed maths, as I said, and those who passed in English. So let's find that one first. Okay. So let me just rule a line here. Okay. So now, for those who passed in maths, okay, for those who passed in maths, we know they said 60%. So we will find 60% of the 50. So we are going to get 60 over 100 times 50. So 0 cancel here 0 and 0 cancel here 0. So 6 times 5 will give us 30. So it means that 30 students passed in maths. So for maths it's 30. Now we'll do the same thing for those who passed in English as well. And English, we were told that it's 48%. So we are going to get 48 on 100 times 50. Then 0 will cancel here 0. Then we are going to get 5 goes here 1. It goes here 2 times. So we are going to get 48 divided by 2, and that's going to give us 24. So it means that 24 students pass also in English. So now these are the figures, but they give it to us in percentages. So we would have to look for these figures before we can draw our Venn diagram. No two ways about that. So now we know those who pass in maths and we know those who pass in English. These are the figures. So maths is 30 and English is what? 24. Now let's illustrate the information on our Venn diagram as it said in the next question. Let's go to the next question. It said we should illustrate the information on the Venn diagram. So let's do it here. We should illustrate the information on the Venn diagram. So let's see how it will look like on the Venn diagram. So I draw my Venn diagram. I always say that when you are in the exam hall, please don't use freehand to draw your Venn diagram. Use a compass and do it nicely. Okay. So our union will come here. Union is 50. Then one side will be maths and the other side will be English. Okay. Now we calculated maths previously and we had maths to be 30. Now our English 2 is 24. Okay. So now this side will be 30 minus B. Let's B. This side will be B and this side will be 24 minus B. Now we fixed B for the intersection, so we have to subtract it from here and subtract it from here as well. That's why we are getting 30 minus B and also 24 minus B. Okay, we have to subtract the intersection from each of the marks so that we can get the only. Okay, we can get the only. That's why we are subtracting. Okay, so we will solve for B. So it's going to be 30 minus B plus 24 minus B should be equal to 50. Now this minus B and plus B will be 0. So we are going to get 54 minus B being equal to 50. So we're going to get minus B being equal to 50 minus 54. So we're going to get minus B being equal to minus 4. Then we divide both sides by minus 1 and we're going to get B being equal to 4. So the intersection here, we are getting 4 for the intersection here. I hope it's clear. But when you are drawing the Venn diagram for marks, illustrating, you will not bring this one on it, please. You will not bring this one, the 4. Okay, so that's the illustration on the Venn diagram. So the C starts from here. The C starts from here. So now we've found those who, for both subjects, we had 4. Now they say mass only. Now mass only, we know that mass only is 30 minus B. Okay, so it will be 30 minus B. Then we know that B is 4, so it's going to be 30 minus 4. That will be 26. So this one is for mass only. That is 26. That is all for the C2 as well. Now let's move to the D. Let's move to D. Now D for question 1, 2016 says that if A is 4 minus 5, A is 4 minus 5, and B is minus 2, 3 plus y, equate, it says, are equal vectors. Find x and find y. Find x and find y. Now for this question, let me rewrite it. They are saying that A being equal to 4 minus 5, okay, like this, and B is also 2x and 3 plus y. So we should equate it. After equating, we should find x and y. So we'll do it for the top and we'll do it for the down. So this is going to be 4 minus 5 being equal to 2x 3 plus y. Now we are told to equate it. So we will equate the top. So we are going to get 4 being equal to 2x. And we can find x here. So divide here by 2 and divide it by 2. We're going to get x being equal to 2. Right? And we'll do the same thing for the y. It's minus 5 being equal to 3 plus y. So we're going to get minus 5 minus 3 is equal to y. So we're going to get minus 8 being equal to y. So that is all. So let's move to question 2. Now, question 2 is also another interesting question. And we were told, say, the cost P in Ghana City of producing n number n items is given by the formula P equals 3 over 4 n plus 180. Find the cost of producing 2,000 items, and II, the number of items which that will be produced with 2,400 Ghana cedis, and also III, cost when there is no item produced. Now, we know that the formula that was given was P being equal to 3 over 4n, okay, plus 1,800. Now they said the cost P, so this is for the cost, okay, and now we are saying that now the cost is 2,000. We should find the cost if we are producing what 2,000 items. So the n is the 2,000 now. We will put the 2,000 as where the n is. Okay, so n will be equal to what? 2,000. Then we find P. We are finding the cost. That's P. So we're going to get P being equal to 3 over 4, 2,000 plus 180. So we'll cancel. So 4 goes here 1. It goes here 500. So 3 times 500 will give us 1,500 plus 1,800. And that is going to give us 3,300 cedis. So when we are producing when we are producing 2,000 items, okay, it will cost us 3,300 to produce it. Now II says that II, so we should find the cost, okay, we should find the number of items that will be produced at 2,400. Now this time the P, we are giving the P. Let me write the formula first. Say P is equal to 3 over 4n plus 1800. So we are going to get, now the P is given to be 2,400. So we are going to get 2,400, that's the P, being equal to 3 over 4 plus 1,800. Now we are finding, sorry, n is here, okay. So we are finding n, okay. So what do we have to do? We have to clear the fraction. Now how do we clear the fraction? We will multiply each side by the denominator 4, okay. So we multiply 4 by 2,400, and we get 9,600 here. Then we multiply 4 by this fraction, we will get 3n. Then plus we multiply 1,800 by 4, we are getting 7,200. Then we group them. So 9600 minus 7,200 should be equal to 3n, and 9600 minus 7200 is going to give us 2,400 being equal to 3n. Then we divide both sides by 3. Then we are going to get n being equal to 800. So when we are producing 800 items, it means that 2,400 that was given that we should find, that's what we will get. Okay, that's what we will get. Now the last one says that when no item is produced, we should find the cost. So with that one, let me do it somewhere here. So so no item, we will still write the formula. So P equals to 3 over 4n plus 1,800. Now no item, so the n is 0. Okay, the n is 0. So we are going to get P being equal to 3 over 4. Now the n is 0 plus 1,800. So we are going to get P equals, all this side will be 0. The 3 over 4 multiplied by 0 will be 0. So we're going to get 1,800 cost. So even if they don't produce anything, still they will lose 1,800. So that is that for 2A. That is that for 2A. Now let's move to 2B. Let's move straight into 2B. Now the 2B says that, the B says that a person that travels by air is allowed a maximum of 20 kg luggage. A man has 4 luggage weighing 3.5, 15, 2, and 1.5 kg. Find the excess weight of his luggage. Express the excess weight as a percentage of the maximum weight allowed. Now, we know from the question that when someone is traveling, you have to get 20 kg, right? That's what you have to get. That one they won't charge you. Any excess they will charge you. But this man has 4 luggages. These 4 luggages. So first we have to find the total luggage of the man. So total luggage. Total luggage will be 3.5 plus 15 plus 2 plus 1.5. And the total luggage here will be 22 kg. So it means that the man is having more than he's supposed to bring. So the excess, they say we should find the excess. So So the excess luggage will be the 22 that the man is holding minus what you are supposed to bring, 20 kg. And that is going to give us 2 kg. I hope it's clear. Good. Now we are supposed to express the excess. That's We are supposed to express the excess. Express the excess as a percentage of the weight, maximum weight allowed. So the excess is 2. We are expressing, the excess is 2. We are expressing it of what is allowed. Then we multiply by 100. So 2 this 0 cancel this 0. 2 goes here 1, goes here 5. 2 times 5 gives me 10%. So that is all. Just simple like that. That is all. Now let's go to question 3. Now question 3A, it says a doctor treated 2,000 patients. A doctor treated 2,000 patients over a period of time. If he worked for 5 hours a day and spent 15 minutes on each patient, how many days did the doctor spend to treat all the patients? Now it is clear that the doctor is spending 15 minutes, 15 minutes on every patient. So what we have to do is that we have to also know that doctor spend 5 hours a day It's very, very important. Very, very important. So now, and we know that every hour has 60 minutes. So let's look at the minutes he spent. That's for all the 5 hours. So it will be 5 times 60. That is 300 minutes. Okay, that is 300 minutes. So now, to get the number of to get the number of treatment a day, we will take the 300. We will take the 300 and divide it by the 15 minutes. Okay, we will divide it by the 15 minutes, and that's going to give us 20 patients. So a day, the doctor spend will take care of 20 patients. Now from there, we will want to know the number of days used to treat the patient. And we were told that the doctor treated 2,000 patients. So we just take the 2,000 and divide it by what? 20 of the patients. And that's going to give us 100 days. So the doctor used 100 days to take care of the 2,000 patients, treating 20 patients per day. I hope it's clear. Good. Now let's move on. Now, the B part, we have a pie chart question. Now, we know that A is 60, B is 50, C is 42, D is 80, and F is 70. But we don't know this side. We don't know the E. So we have to find the E first, even before we start the question, because we might use it somewhere. So let's find it. We know that the pie chart, all the angles sum up to what? 360. So we'll add everything and equate to 360. So we are going to get 60 plus 50 plus 42 plus 80 plus 70. Then we can put y here at where E is. So plus y being equal to 360. So we are going to get y equals 360 minus 302. So we are getting y to be what? 58 degrees. So that is the E. Okay, that is the E, this side. Now we know that this side is 58. Now we are also told that it said if class D was given 520 books, how many textbooks were distributed to each of them? Now class D here, they said they received 720, but we don't know the number of books that was distributed. So what do we have to do? We have to find the number of books by using this 80 degrees we have here. This amount, we can get the number of books that was distributed. Now we know that the angle sum up to 360. Get 80 over 360 times y. The y is the quantity of books we don't know, but that one gives us 720. You get it? So now what do? We have to clear the fraction. So we are going to get 80 over 360 y being equal to 720. So how do we clear the fraction 360? So we multiply here by 360 and multiply here to by 360. So 360 and 360 will go away. Now I'm going to get y being equal to, now 720 multiplying 720 by 360 is going to give us 259 200. Then we divide that value. We divide that value by 80. Then we are going to get 3420. So it means that the total number of books that was shared was 3,420. That was the total amount of books that was shared. That made D had that value. Now we are moving on. Now we know they said we should find for each class, or each class, the number of books that was shared. Now we know the total. We can take it one after the other. So A will be equal to 60 over 360 times 3420. So 0 and 0 will cancel. 6 goes here 1, it goes here 6 times. So 3420 divided by 6 will give us the value. So A had 540. A had 540. Then we do the same thing for B. So B 250 over 360 times 3420. So 0 and 0 will cancel. Now we are having 5 times 3420, then divided by 36, and that one is also given 4, 7, and 5 for B. Now we do the same thing for C. C has 42 degrees over 360 times 3420. Now with that one, we have 42 multiplying 3420 divided by 360. So they also had 399. 399. So that's for C. So then for D, the value is D. We already have D 720, right? So we go to E. So for E is 58 divided by 360 times 3420 books. So that one is going to give us 58 times 3420 divided by 360. 58 times 3420 divided by 360. So that is 551. And our F is 70 on 360 times 3420, and that is going to give us 70 times 3420 divided by 360. Then that's going to give us 665 books. So these are the number of books that they are talking about. Now the I says that what is the average? Okay, what is the average? It says what is the average of textbook to be distributed? What is the average? Now to find the average, we will find is the total books divided by number of classes. So number of classes, and the total books is 3420. Then we divide it by A, B, C, D, E, F divided by 6. Okay, because we have 6 books. Okay, so 3420 divided by 6 is going to give us 570. So the average for each school is, or each class is what, 570. Now they are asking that how many had less than the average. So the average is 570. So let's see those who had less. We can see clearly that this one had less. We can see that A had less. A had 540. They had less. B had less. C had less, and E also had less. So four. So how he said how many classes had less? So 4 classes. 4 classes. That's all. 4 classes. That is all. Now question 4 is question under rigid motion. Now I'll show you how the diagram will look like. That's the solution will look like. Then after that, there are some things I have to tell you about this. I think with this one we don't have any. Okay, we have y-axis, so we are using y-axis here. Now y-axis is the same as using x-axis is the same as using x as mirror line, or they will tell you reflection in the line y equals 0. They are the same thing, and the formula is xy maps. If y equals 0, then y is negative, so x minus y, like this. So this is the formula. Okay, so that's what they used. And which way again, scalar factor we multiply And also okay, so that is it. So let's look at how the diagram will look like on the graph. But I would like you to, because I can't do it here, I would like you to copy the question and try your hands on it for me. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So this is how the diagram will look like. This is the first diagram. This is the enlargement or reduction. The small one here, enlargement or reduction, and this one is a reflection in the x-axis. Okay, so this is how the diagram will look like, just simple like this. So I want you to try it for me, and you can send it to me on my WhatsApp, then I'll check for you. Just try your hands on it. Thank you very much. So let's move to the next question. Now the 5a says that u equals 4, t equals 5, and a equals 10, and we are to find the value of s if the s equation we are given is what we have on the board. Now okay, so we are given s being equal to ut plus at square. Now we are giving u to be 4, t to be 5, and a to be 10. So let's fix in. So we are going to get s being equal to u is 4, multiplying t, that is 5, plus a, that is 10, then t is again 5 with a square. So we are going to get s being equal to 20 plus 10, 25, because 5 is 25, right? Good. And then from there we are going to get let me count down a little bit. Okay, so we are going to get s being equal to 20 plus 35, and s is going to give us 55. So that's the value for s, 55. That's all. So they are saying that the b part says that the selling price of gas cooker is 4,500 or 450. If a customer is allowed a discount of 20%, calculate the discount. Okay, and the amount that the customer has to pay. Now you are going to buy something at the store, and when you get there, they say that, oh, we are having a promotion, so we will give you 20%. I hope you are happy with that. Okay, then and then you say, oh, then I want to buy rice cooker. Oh, it's 450. The price is 450. We will give you 20%. So calculate and pay. Now the person is telling you to calculate and pay. So how do we do it? So let's see how it is done. We are finding the discount. Okay, that is allowed. So when 20%, we are going to get 20. That's for I divided by 100 times 4,500. 4 times 450. So you cancel. 0 cancels 0. This 0 also cancels this 0. So I'm going to get 2 times 45, and that's going to give us 90. So the discount that was allowed was 90 cedis. Now the II says that we should find the amount the customer will pay. Because the discount is allowed, we will subtract this 90 from the price of the gas cooker. So the price will be 450 minus 90, and that will give us and that will give us 360. So he paid 360 instead of 450 because the discount allowed was 90. So simple like that. Now let's look at the C question. The C question says that the C question, a crate of mineral containing 10 bottles of Coca-Cola and 14 bottles of Fanta was given to some children for a birthday party. If a child chooses a drink at random from the crate, what's the probability that it will be Fanta? Now, at the party, we are sharing some drinks, and the drinks contain Coca-Cola, that is 14. No, 10 rather. 10 for Coke, then Fanta contains 14. So total drinks, we have to find the total drinks. Is what? 24. That's the total drinks. Now, the children are picking at random. What's the probability that the child will pick Fanta? You will just divide this by the total. That's all. So it will be 14 over 24. Okay, then we cancel out. 2 goes here 7. It goes here 12. So the answer is what? 7 on 12. That is all. That's just simple like that. Simple like that. So let's move to question 6. Question 6, I always say one of my favorites. So I'll just show how the diagram will look like, and I'll urge you to do it because I don't have the compass and everything on the machine to use. So let's get straight into it. Using a ruler and a pair of compass only, construct triangle XYZ. So we have in mind that we are constructing the triangle with XY 9 centimeters. So let's do our XY. So Y here, X here, so 9 centimeters. Then YZ. So there's Z up here, but we don't know. So they said from Y to Z is 12. So you measure 12 and you stand here, then you construct an arc. Then you also measure 8 from here, X, then you construct, then you draw to touch here, then you draw to touch here. Then they said the perpendicular bisector of line XY. So this is this X and this Y. So you bisect this line like this. Then also perpendicular bisector of XZ. So XZ. So you stand here, construct an arc, then you construct the same arc here, then you stand here, you cut, then you cut, then you draw a line like that. And they said label the point of intersection T. So where the two lines meet over here, that is what we call in the T. And they said with T as center and the radius of 6 centimeters, draw a circle. So you stand at T, the joint here, then you open to 6 centimeters and you draw a circle. But I'm sure the circle will touch all the 3 sizes like that. And they said we should measure TX, and also we should find this angle. The angle we use a protractor, and the TX we use a ruler. Okay, please try your hands on it. Copy the question and take your time and do it, and you can snap it and send it to me on WhatsApp. Okay, then I'll check for you. Please try your hands on it. It's very, very important. So that is that is it for 2016 BEC. Thank you very much for watching to the end, and I'm very, very grateful that you are here. Now, if you've not yet subscribed, kindly do so. And if you have and you are coming back to watch more, to learn, thank you very much for coming. We are here to learn and we are learning. Thank you very much once again. Have a nice day.